everybody likes the stories. And one story that it's always at the top of my mind is a doctor friend of mine, somebody I knew through a social club here in town. He had heard me speak in the past about fraud and the fact that it's always the most well-liked and trusted person. And he called me and he said, Tiffany, gosh dang it, my long-term office manager, I caught her writing $20,000 more payroll to herself, and can you please come and write it up so I can do an insurance claim, and I might consider calling the police. And I said, sure, I'll come on by. And he said, I'm so embarrassed. He said, you know, I heard you speak, and I would come back and I would put internal controls around the other people in the office, but never around Debbie. Debbie was my most well-liked and trusted person, and I thought I was the exception to the rule, and this could not happen to me. And I just never thought I'd ever have to call you about Debbie. Maybe somebody else, but not her. And when I got there, I, asked him about how he figured out the $20,000 that was missing from payroll, and I asked a few other questions. Tell me about her. Well, she was my most well-liked person. She was the first one here, last one to leave, some of those typical things. And he talked to me about how the patients loved her and how she was the one that was charged with taking all the money to the bank. And I then asked the next question, tell me about your business. How's it going? And he talked about how he was seeing more patients and was thinking about hiring another doctor, and he and his other doctor partner thought it was funny that business was better, but they were taking home less money. Long story short, I got their QuickBooks file. I came home with it. When I get new documents, it's kind of like Christmas Day. I've got to look at them right away. I didn't just uncover a $20,000 payroll scheme. I uncovered a several $100,000 loss from her stealing all of the business's cash. Again, she was the most well-liked, most trusted person. He thought he was the exception to the rule, even though he'd heard me speak. Couldn't happen to him. And not only did he uncover the $20,000, but she's in prison right now for having stolen hundreds of thousands of dollars from him.